There is a secret no one tells you about men. They can be strong in the daylight, confident in their work, focused on their goals, surrounded by friends or responsibilities, but in the quiet hours of the night, when the world is asleep and no one is watching, they feel differently. At 2 in the morning, when his phone screen lights up in the darkness and his thoughts have no distractions, that is when the truth of his heart reveals itself. And the truth is, there is one emotion that, if you awaken it in him, will make him break down missing you. It is not lust. It is not passion. It is not even the simple words of love. It is something far deeper, something men rarely admit but always feel. That one emotion is longing created by emotional imprint. A man misses you most, not when you are simply absent, but when you have given him a feeling no one else can replace. Think about this carefully. Men are surrounded by beauty, attention, and admiration every day. But beauty fades in memory. Words are easily forgotten. Even intimacy can be replaced. What cannot be replaced is the emotion you trigger in his soul, the kind that follows him into the silence of night, the kind that replays in his mind without permission. When you make him feel something rare, something he cannot find in anyone else, you create an emotional imprint. That imprint becomes his weakness. That imprint is what haunts him at 2 a.m. when he cannot sleep. So how do you trigger this one emotion that makes him miss you so powerfully? It begins with presence. Men may not say it, but they crave a woman who makes them feel safe to be their truest selves. If you give him that safety, even in small moments, you create a sanctuary he cannot forget. Imagine the time when he confessed a failure, a mistake, or a fear. Instead of reacting with judgment, you listened quietly, your eyes soft, your presence calm. That moment planted a seed inside him. Later, when he is alone, he remembers it. He remembers how he felt accepted without conditions. And that feeling is not something he can buy, not something he can find on the surface of attraction. It is rare, and it ties his thoughts to you again and again. The second way you awaken this longing is through your respect. Men are drawn to admiration, but they melt under respect. When you show him that you notice his effort, when you acknowledge his hard work even in the smallest things, when you speak of him with pride instead of ridicule, you strike deep into his heart. Respect is oxygen for men. Without it, they suffocate. With it, they expand. At 2 in the morning, when he wonders if his life matters, if his sacrifices are worth it, your voice of respect echoes in his mind. He remembers how you said, "I believe in you," how you looked at him with trust instead of doubt. And in that darkness, the longing intensifies. He misses not just you, but the version of himself he becomes when he is with you. The third way is playfulness. Men carry heavy burdens. The world demands seriousness, competition, and results. But when you bring play into his life, when you remind him of joy, when you laugh with him until his chest relaxes, you awaken the childlike part of him that rarely comes out. That playfulness is addicting. It is not childishness, it is freedom. When he lies awake at night, he doesn't just replay your laughter. He replays how he felt when he was with you, lighter, freer, alive. That feeling becomes a craving. No amount of distraction can erase it. He misses you, because with you, he felt joy in a world that often feels heavy. The fourth way is vulnerability. Men respect strength, but they fall in love with softness. When you share your fears, when you show your tears, when you open your heart instead of pretending to be flawless, you awaken his protector instinct. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is intimacy. When you trust him enough to be real, it tells him he matters in a way no one else does. At night, when his mind replays your moments together, he will remember your vulnerability, the way you let him see what the world cannot. That memory makes him ache for you, because in those moments, he did not just see you, he felt chosen by you. And that is what keeps him restless, unable to sleep, haunted by the desire to hold you again. The fifth way is through authenticity. Pretending may impress him for a while, but it never stays in his soul. What stays is your real self, the quirks you don't hide, the goofy jokes, the small imperfections that make you human. Authenticity is unforgettable because it is rare. When you show him who you truly are, without filters or masks, you give him something pure. At 2 a.m., when he scrolls through images and messages, he does not miss perfection. He misses realness. He misses the way you looked at him without pretense, the way you laughed without worrying about how it sounded, the way you showed him honesty in a world full of performance. Authenticity melts his defenses. It makes him want more of you. The sixth way is gratitude. Men long to be appreciated, but they will never say it aloud. Gratitude is the soft touch that makes their effort worthwhile. When you thank him for something small, when you smile genuinely at his help, when you show that you notice what he does, you give him fuel no one else offers. At night, when he feels unseen by the world, your gratitude replays in his memory. He thinks of how you said thank you, how your eyes lit up with appreciation, and he realizes that without you, he feels invisible. That realization deepens his longing. He doesn't just miss your presence. He misses the way your gratitude made him feel alive. The seventh way is the emotional choice you show him. Men don't just want to be loved, they want to be chosen. Every time you show him through action that he is your choice, not just an option, you mark his heart. Maybe it's when you take his hand in public, when you defend him before others, when you include him in your plans. Those small choices speak louder than declarations. At 2 a.m., he remembers them. He remembers the security of being chosen by you, and he aches to be near that again. Love may fade, but choice is what men crave deeply. The eighth way is your presence in silence. Love is not only built in words and action, but also in stillness. When you sit with him quietly without needing to fill the air, when you share silence that feels warm instead of awkward, you give him peace. Men live in noise all day. To find silence with someone who makes it comforting is unforgettable. At night, when his world is quiet, he remembers that silence, and he misses it like oxygen. The ninth way is inspiration. When your life has passion, when your presence encourages him to grow, when your energy pushes him to be a better man, you trigger a longing deeper than desire. Men may admire beauty, but they commit to inspiration. At 2 a.m., when he thinks of you, he does not just miss your face. He misses the fire you awaken in him, the way your presence makes him want to rise higher. That longing is what breaks him down, because it is rare, and once tasted, it cannot be forgotten. All of these paths lead to one truth. The one emotion that makes a man miss you until it hurts is not desire, not passion, not even love in its simplest form. It is the longing created by the unique emotional imprint you leave in his heart. That imprint is made of safety, respect, joy, vulnerability, authenticity, gratitude, choice, silence, and inspiration. When you give him these, you give him something beyond the physical, beyond the ordinary. You give him a home inside himself that only exists with you. And once a man finds that, he cannot let it go. So if you wonder what makes him break down at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, scrolling through your old messages, wishing you were near, this is the answer. It is not about looking perfect. It is not about saying, "I love you." It is about giving him a feeling no one else can. That is the one emotion that lingers. That is the one emotion that makes him miss you until it hurts. And when you understand this, you hold a power stronger than beauty, stronger than charm, stronger even than love. You hold the power of being unforgettable.